Okay, we're back. As you'll see, I've trained everybody to level 17. I said in the last episode that I was going to train them to level 16, but then I googled it and found out that you don't get Servine, which is Snivy's first evolution, until level 17, and that's why I wanted to train, was to get into the Servine, because that's going to be a very strong. Because as you can tell, now it is like my second strongest Pokemon. And okay, so what I was going to do, because as you can tell, we're right before the first gym leader here. But anyway, what I wanted to do before we fight the gym leader is kind of explain the roles of my team here real quick. Okay, so for right now, because like I said, I don't think I'll be changing my team at all. But anyway, right now, we have Ralts here with only one new move, Magical Leaf. And Magical Leaf is just a grass-type move that can't miss. That's pretty solid, because as I explained when I was talking about Aerial Ace over here earlier on Heracross, having moves that can't miss is just convenient. And yeah, that is about it on Ralts. But anyway, Ralts will basically have Dazzling Gleam, because that's the best fairy type move in the game. And Psychic eventually, once we get to that level. And that's why I have Ralts in my team. Is that it's going to be very quick as it evolves and becomes stronger. And it has very good type coverage in Psychic and Fairy type coverage, which is just super good. So basically, you're just in there for strong type coverage. You're going to be a special attacker. As you can tell by its stats, how its attack stat is 16 and its special attack is 26. You have Bagon over here, who has this move Dragon Dance, which when used raises speed and attack by one stage, which is going to be very powerful on anything that wants to be a physical attacker like Bagon does. Eventually he's going to turn into a Salamence, which is going to give me but basically he's going to be my Pokemon that I can switch into when the enemies don't have anything particularly strong out that doesn't pose a threat. So I can Dragon Dance up and then set myself up to kill a lot of things back to back to back by being very fast and having very high attack by use of Dragon Dance. And Dragon is just really good as a defensive typing, because it resists electric, grass, and fire, and water, which are a bunch of common types. It's only weak to 3 things, which is Dragon itself is weak to Dragon, Ice, and a Fairy type. And Ice and Fairy aren't super common, and neither is Dragon. I would probably say Ice is probably the most common out of those types, but that's just because a lot of water Pokemon can learn like Ice Beam and Ice Punch and stuff like that. But anyway, so with the Intimidate that eventually Bagon will get once he evolves, as I was talking about earlier, how that lowers the attack stat of the opposing Pokemon, and the very good defensive type coverage that Dragon typing offers, the plan is to be able to set up with Dragon Dance and then just go to town and kill a whole bunch of stuff. Riolu here is going to be fighting Steel type. Currently he doesn't have anything special going on with him. He'll be a physical attacker as well, but his main role is going to be to basically come in after one of my other Pokemon die, and then use his Bullet Punch over here, which has priority, as I was explaining last episode. That just means that it'll always go first. So he'll just have a strong move to be able to come in and kill something that's low HP after it kills one of my other Pokemon. And then just having Steel type coverage is very good. Oh yeah, and I'll explain all of the items here. Ralph is holding an odd incense, and that just increases the power of Psychic type moves by 20%. Which, as I was explaining, having the type coverage of Psychic and Fairy is very good, especially when the Psychic type moves are 20% stronger than they would normally be because of a held item. Bagon holds the Dragon Fang, and that increases the power of Dragon type moves by 20%. Same thing, and that's what you'll learn, is that all of the held items on my Pokemon just increase their main moves damage by 20%, because that's just the most convenient thing that I can do. Like the Iron Plate is going to increase the power of Steel type moves by 20%, stuff like that. You don't have a held item, but you do have a new move. Servine does have a new move. It has this Leaf Tornado, which is a special type grass move rather than a physical, which basically just means that it does damage based off of my special attack, which, as you can see, is currently 4 points higher than my base attack. So basically, it's just stronger Vine Whip because I'm more specially focused. And that's about it. That's just a good move. And you also have pretty good defensive stats as well. As you can see by all of my defensive stats, they're like, you know, I have 30 here, I have 20s here, I have 30s here, I have 30 and 40 here. Heracross is going to be my kind of thick Pokemon. And then I have a 42 defense on my Magneton because it has a positive nature. But anyway, so yeah, Servine. Is just going to be grass type coverage basically, with strong grass moves that it'll get out. And then it'll be good into stat lowering Pokemon because of Contrary, which, like I said, will make it so if you use stuff like Leer or Growl on it, it'll raise the stats rather than lower them, which is just super good. Yeah, that's about all that's gonna be. It's just gonna be grass type coverage. Heracross. Heracross is eventually going to be very fast, but he's not right now. And he will kind of be my jack of all trades, because as you can tell, like here, like I really only have 2 decent moves. Well, I guess I have 3 now that I have Magical Leaf, but I mean, for the most part, like I said, I'm basically going to be using 2 moves. I'm going to be using a strongest Psychic type move, Dazzling Gleam, which is the strongest type Fairy type move. For you, I'm basically just going to be using whatever Dragon type move you have, and then probably like some other move like Crunch, probably, which is a stronger version of Bite. For you, I'm going to be using a Fighting type move and Bullet Punch for the most part. For you, like I said, I'll be using Grass type moves a whole bunch. And then I have Heracross, which I'll be using all 4 of these moves interchangeably depending on what the enemy is weak to. So I'll be using a lot of different moves on Heracross, and that's why I kind of want Heracross on my team, is because it can learn so many different kinds of good and strong moves. So that's basically what Heracross is going to do. Heracross is going to look to go into things that are, or that I don't have other type coverage for. Like, this is the only ground type move that I have, and the only flying type move that I have, and the only bug type move that I have in my entire team is on Heracross. So Heracross is just going to be used for type coverage stuff, and it has the Fist Plate, which will increase its fighting type moves by 20%, which is just good. And then you have Magneton over here, who has Discharge and Flash Cannon as its 2 main moves. It has a Zap Plate, which means all of its electric type moves will do 20% more damage. And as you can see, its defensive stats are a little high, because as you can tell, it has 42 and 28 compared to 35 and 40. And yeah, so anyway, Magneton's going to be a little bit tankier as the game goes on, so that's what I'll be using Magneton for mostly. And the fact that it has the sturdy ability that I was saying that if it's at full HP, it cannot die in a single hit regardless. So, it'll be used for stuff like Discharge, which is very good in double battles because it hits all 3 Pokemon. So, yeah. Discharge is very good. And it also has a 30% chance to cause paralysis, which is super useful. Flash Cannon is just, it's the best special-based Steel-type move. And then it has Thunder Wave, so for things like bosses or, you know, super fast Pokemon that I can't quite beat, I can switch into Magneton when it's at full HP, and use Thunder Wave to cripple the speed of the opposing Pokemon that I can't quite beat because it can't die because of Sturdy. And that's basically my team. I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna kill stuff fast, and I have a couple of, you know, defensive options in Thunder Wave and stuff like Bullet Punch and, you know, the eventual Intimidate on the Salamence. That'll help me out, but I mean, for the most part, you know, that's about my team. So now we're on to attempt the Gym Leader at level 17 with my whole team. I'm gonna save first just in case I have to reset real quick. And here we go. I don't care about the text, just get into the battle. You lead with a level 12 Minun, that's fine. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. That's unfortunate. Okay, what I want to do is I want to reset real quick, and I want to just try this. Oh, I want to do this. I want to save with Bagon as my lead here. Skip the text. Then what I want to do, because like I said, you'll resist all of these electric type moves, is I want to try to set up a little bit with my Dragon Dance here, because that's not going to do meaningful damage. Raise the attack and speed. I want to do that once more, so I'm guaranteed faster than everything. Can I even do it once more, actually? No, not quite. I just want to hit you with headbutts with +2 attack, and that should just... Okay, I got the flinch, which is fine. Yeah, you're gonna gain a shitload of EXP. The Voltorb. I should be faster. I'm at +2 speed, and you should just die. You lived with 1 HP. Well, that's unlucky. But like I said, now I have Riolu to come in with a Bullet Punch and kill things that are at low HP with priority moves. Unfortunate that you took the extra damage, but that's kind of the point, you know. They should just switch in with Riolu when things are low, and then come in and kill him. Magneton here. I don't remember the typing of this Pokemon. I think it's Flying Electric, but I could be wrong, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. It is Electric Flying. Okay. Electric Flying. That is unfortunate. What I want to do is I want to look at... Okay, so it'll just take regular damage from electric, so I'll just slap it with a couple discharges. And the electric terrain will boost my damage. So, that's great. Gain a butt ton of EXP, almost a full level. Geodude. Swap into Servine. It's a shiny, that's cool. And then use Leaf Tornado. Get the free kill. Easy peasy. Servine did some work. Plusle. I'm just gonna stay in with Servine, that's fine. Leaf Tornado should be a 2-hit. Got the Axe Reach drop, which is super useful. Potentially. Once again, more resist of the electric, which is just super good. It's good that you missed. You're gonna bring into Electra, that's fine. You missed, which is super good. Got the accuracy drop again. This fight's going super well. Because I can live one more of those. I got 2 accuracy drops, that's super good. Sonic Boom, I'm living. And then we leveled up, which is great. And then Plusle. And then Leaf Tornado, and then I won. So yeah, so that, I would consider that my first try, because I didn't attempt the first fight. I literally just was like, oh hey, I forgot about this, and then I'll just, you know, play that smart. So basically, we got the gym, we got a TM for a Charge Beam. Nobody really wants to learn that on my team, so that's fine. Go back into speed up here, walk out of the gym. Victoria's here, yeah, blah blah blah. I have to go follow her. Heal up. So yeah, that was the first gym. Not too difficult, but as you could tell, it was definitely not like a walk in the park. I did lose a couple Pokemon there. I must have missed this trainer. Oh, yeah, I must have just missed that trainer. There's Teddy Ursa down here. That's cool. Yeah, there's an event Pokemon. Of course, I got fucking poisoned. Okay, a common candy. I'll explain what that is real quick. Okay, so as I was talking about earlier, I have this hard level cap, which as you will see now by this blank box, since I have this first badge, my level cap is now 25 rather than 20. So basically, if Pokemon were to get up to level 25 or 26 rather, where they wouldn't obey me any further, I would use a common candy on it, which would lower the level of a Pokemon by 1, which is how they allow you to stay a little bit more in line with the level caps. So yeah, that's just all the common candies are. They're super useful. I'll be buying them all the time. You're not in here. I have to go. Oh yeah, I have to go up here. Yeah, I'll fight you. Whole bunch of trainers up here that I was supposed to fight at level 5, like as I left, but I don't care. I'm just gonna fight him now. Oh, I didn't realize you were in level. I'm gonna go beat these dudes. Double battle here, no big deal. Yeah, and like I said, these are just extra battles that are meant to give you EXP as you go from each new area. As you can tell by the fact that some of these trainers that wouldn't have been here when I first had access to this area are now level, 15-ish, which is giving me good EXP compared to where I'm at. And as you'll notice, the Electrode, which is the Ace Pokemon, which is basically just the strongest Pokemon on the boss's team. And I'll use that term Ace a lot. But anyway, so the Ace Pokemon of the first gym leader was only level 15, where the highest level I could be was 20. So that wasn't any issue. Like, if I was having issues, I literally just could have leveled everything to level 20 if I was struggling to beat it at 17 there. I'm gonna angle my camera down a little bit. But anyway, so you know, that was no issues. But there are a lot of gyms that are gonna be like very, very close to the level cap, if not at it, if not higher than it. Like there are a couple gyms like down. You can still see the cursor, but like, you know, that I'm getting like towards like the 75, 80, 90 range, where like the ace Pokemon are like, you know, 3, 4, or 5 levels higher than what I'm able to be, and it's just like, it's pretty cool to say the least. And then there's this guy back here that I didn't fight yet. Yep. Okay, so I just gotta talk to you. Yeah, we have access to this area now, which is just new. They have these weird plants going on and shit. Oh, I forgot. Oh, hey, there's my Lucario. I was not expecting that so early, actually. Aura Sphere is a strong fighting type move that cannot miss. That'll keep for at least a little bit. And now Lucario is going to be very powerful, which is sweet. So now really the only weak Pokemon that I have on my team actively, or the only two, are going to be Ralts and Bagon. And that's just because they haven't evolved yet. They're not weak Pokemon, they just haven't evolved yet. So that's about it. Nothing important up here. Talk to these guys a whole bunch, and then you find out that they're bad guys, and then you gotta go beat them up. Spark, no, I already have Discharge. Oh, a lot of my Pokemon won't be learning a whole lot of new moves. Like, the only Pokemon that'll be learning new moves that I'll actually be keeping are probably going to be Lucario, Servine, Ralts will learn a couple new Psychic type moves, and Bagon. But, like, these two aren't going to be getting a whole lot of new moves. And I'm gonna look up Lucario's learn set real quick. Just so I can see what moves I'm gonna be learning. I'll be getting nothing super great. Yeah, I'll be getting nothing super great, unfortunately. But I can tutor some pretty good moves once I get to that point. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, so anyway, my Lucario will get some cool moves. Go heal up at the focus center here real quick. And since dinner's here, I'm going to go eat. And that's about a half hour. I didn't get quite as much done as I wanted to this episode. But I did get the two important things. I wanted to explain the process of my team and what they're going to be doing for the rest of the game. And I beat the gym. And that's pretty much all I wanted to do. And I progressed into the next area so we can figure out, so we have a good starting point. Because as you can tell, there's some creepy plant shit, and there's definitely some shit going down in this new section. But anyway, yeah.